good morning. Today I thought I would come back again with another little chatty herbal. I have seen quite a few comments from you guys on these videos. The overwhelming majority of you are really liking this new format, and I'm pretty happy with that because I'm really enjoying making them and they're really quite convenient to do with a crazy little puppy who's right down here. Oh my goodness, you're getting so big. You're getting so big. But anyways, today I wanted to share with you my fire cider vinegar. I had started some a little while back and it's time to now strain it and just finish it up. I saw a couple of you asking if I could share a recipe for this, and well, now's the perfect time. So for those of you that don't know, fire cider vinegar is basically just a spicy vinegar, as you can probably imagine from its name. But it is a kind of really beautiful herbal waker-upper. It's really useful to help keep your immune system up and boosted, and it helps prevent colds or respiratory infections. I think it's kind of a pretty perfect thing to have around during this time of year with cold and flu season and just general sickness about. Typically, it's something that I take when I feel a cold coming on. It's not really something that I take all the time. It does have a pretty heating effect on the body, so it does have the potential to kind of off-kilter some of that if you are someone who runs a little warm, but it is really useful in preventing sickness. Now, it doesn't come without its drawbacks. If you are somebody who is deeply sensitive to acid reflux or have some ulcers or other gastric issues that vinegar or spicy foods don't really agree with, then fire cider is probably not the right immune boosting thing for you. But it is a pretty easy, simple thing for a lot of people that have a little bit more of a tame gut. So I've been seeing a lot of you asking for me to talk more about the process that I'm doing while making herbals, so I'm gonna try to be a little better about that now. Typically I kind of get lost in a chatty conversation, but today my goal is to be better at this. Currently I'm just straining out the vinegar from the other ingredients just to separate the medicinal side of everything. And I'm just using a muslin washcloth or a kitchen cloth that I use in general. It's pretty handy. It's a very thin material, but you can also use cheesecloth. I just prefer this for vinegars in this situation because it is fairly thin and it catches a lot more, and I can just run it through the laundry machine once it's all done, which is a lot easier. Now, there are quite a few different ways to make fire cider vinegar. There are some very traditional ways and some more modern ways. I've seen people mix in all sorts of different things to make it taste a little sweeter or better, and even do the process a bit quicker. Typically, this process takes about 4 to 6 weeks as you chop up all your ingredients and let them set in the vinegar during that time. But I have seen some people cook it all down. It really is up to each individual and what makes sense for you. Personally, I do believe if you're going to go the quicker route, I would also set up one that will be more traditional, just for when you run out of the quicker route. But if you need fire cider in a pinch, you can just cook it down with the vinegar and the ingredients. I just find that it does lose some of its potency if you do it that way. Now for this vinegar, I went fairly traditional and just simple with my ingredients. I used only horseradish, onions, garlic, ginger, and some jalapeños. But I've seen recipes where people also include some other ingredients like hibiscus or oranges and just some other things to sweeten it up a bit. Now, you can add honey. I tend not to. It does make it a little more palatable for most people, but I like vinegar on its own, and I do think that, for me at least, this is more enjoyable when it's not sweet, and I just added in with other things that would go well with vinegar. But to make fire cider vinegar, it really is pretty simple, and I will let you know I do have the recipe and how to make it all down in the description below, and typically with all of these videos I do have those written down below as well for easy access and recreation for any of you that are curious and wondering how to make it all for yourselves. But really it is very simple to do a long infusion of the fire cider. Just chop up all your ingredients and cover them with vinegar and let it set for 4 to 6 weeks. Then strain it on out and you're good to go. For using it with its immune system waking up benefits, honestly, just take a spoonful or two a day whenever you feel a cold coming on or you're about to be in a immune stressing situation, say back when travel was a thing going about and flying on an airplane. Take it 3 days before and continue throughout with all that. I suppose you could also do that now, as some people are still continuing to travel. It's been a few days since I filmed and I'm feeling a little bit rusty. My friend Sydney has been here for a few days now, or almost a week. She'll be here for a week tomorrow, which will be very exciting. But she has still been very busy with working on her own things these last few days. So it isn't until a little later this week that we will truly get deep into some adventures. But this evening we are going on a little trip up north to go see some of the parks and just beautiful nature things. As I said in my last video, I've been wanting to bring her out to Washington since we were kids, so it's really special to have her out here. And oh, I forgot, our COVID tests did come back negative. It took 3 days to get here, so we spent 3 days with masks on in the house, but yeah, it was worth it. It's better to be safe than sorry, I believe. It is so helpful having another person here just to take Hazel and run around with her outside and just give my ankles a break from her little shark teeth. And besides, it's just really nice to see Sid again. I haven't seen her, oh gosh, since the summertime, and I only saw her a couple times because, you know, the world was a little bit crazy. And still is. So it's nice to be able to see her again and just hang out and catch up on life. I think I'm just gonna close this video out here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed making some fire cider vinegar with me. I will continue to work on letting you all in on what I'm doing and what I'm crafting. I know with this one, it was one that I had already halfway finished. I do have on my other channel the beginning of crafting it, and I will link that down below, and along with the recipe for how to make it as well. But thank you guys. If you want to help support this channel and my other one, I would really appreciate it if you went and checked out my Patreon. There I share art and some other fun things for you all. And also if you want to check out my other channel, I would super appreciate that. That one's just a little more cinematic, and I'm trying to document more of my journey out here in this new place there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.